Morning, students. Today we will be discussing a comprehension passage, Total English textbook, specimen paper 7, page number 110. Question 4. So first I will be making a general reading for you. So once it gets over, you can pause it and go through the questions, read the passage once again, and you can do the questions answer in the textbook. So once you complete it, you can again listen to the class. So let me start the passage. Miss Vesis was a nurse who was appointed by a lady to look after her children. She was not attractive, but she had her pride, and she preferred being called Miss Vesis. Every Sunday she dressed herself wonderfully and went to see Michel de Cruz, who was a telegraph signaller on rupees 35 a month. The fact that he was a government employee made Mrs. Vesis lenient to the shortcomings of his ancestors. So, in the course of a few Sundays, Mrs. Vesis gave her consent to marriage of her daughter to Michel on condition that Michel should have at least 50 rupees a month to start a married life. It so happened that Michel was transferred to Tibasu, a little sub-office down the line, to send messages on from Bermapur to Chikakola. There Michel could think of Miss Vesis and his chances of getting 50 rupees a month out of office hours. He had a Bengali Babu for company, nothing more. When he had been at Tibasu for nearly 3 weeks, his chance came. There occurred a small riot between the two communities living at Tibasu. They destroyed each other's shops and paid off private grudges in the regular way. Michel was working in his office when he heard the sound of an angry crowd. The police inspector ran in and told Michel that the town was in an uproar and the mob was coming to wreck the telegraph office. The Babu quietly dropped out of the window while the police inspector, afraid but obeying all the race instinct, asked Michel, "What orders does the Sahib give?" The Sahib wondered Michel. Though horribly frightened, he felt that he was the only representative of English authority in the place. Then he thought of Miss Vesis and the 50 rupees and took the situation on himself. He dropped the key of the telegraph instrument and went out at the head of a police team to meet the mob. As the shouting crew came round a corner of the road, he fired. The whole crowd yelled and ran, leaving one man dead and another dying on the road. Michel returned to the telegraph office and sent a message to Chikakola asking for help. Before an answer came, he received a deputation of the elders of Tibasu, telling him that the sub-judge of the town had said that Michel's actions were unconstitutional. But the heart of Michel de Cruz was big and white in his breast because of his love for Miss Vesis and because he had tasted for the first time responsibility and success. Those two make an intoxicating drink. Michel answered that the sub-judge might say what he pleased, but until the assistant collector came, he was the government of India in Tibasu. Michel was once more transferred to another town on the imperial salary of 66 rupees a month. So he and Miss Vesis were married with great pomp and show. But if the whole revenue of the department were to be his reward, Michel could never repeat what he did at Tibasu for the sake of Miss Vesis. This proves that when a man does good work out of all proportion to his pay, In 7 cases out of 9, there is a woman at the back of the virtue. So we have completed the first general reading. Okay, now you can read and see and answer the questions. So let us go to the questions and answer them. So A. Given below are 3 words and phrases. Find the words which have a similar meaning. So there are 3 words. So we will be finding out the synonymous or similar words or equal words for these. The first one is self-respect. Okay. So you find a synonymous word for self-respect in line 2. Okay. But she had her pride. So pride is equal to or synonymous to self-respect. So in this context, second word is permission, and okay, when you read the 6th line, okay, the last line in page 110, see, Mrs. Vesis gave her consent. Consent means permission. So consent is the synonymous word. Okay, word which has similar meaning. Then you have the word outcry. Okay, so the similar meaning or another word for this outcry is in line number 17. So there is the police inspector ran in and told Michelle that the town was in an uproar. UPROAR. Uproar is equal to outcry. That is in line number 17. So now we go to the next page. So here, for each of the words given below, write a sentence of at least 10 words using the same word unchanged in form, but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. So we will be making sentences here. So we have to understand the contextual meaning or textbook meaning of the words, and we make the sentence giving the particular word a different meaning, but we don't change the word in any way. We will be maintaining the same form, and the sentence that you make should be grammatically correct too. So the first word is course. You find that word in line 6. So let us see the word course in line 6. So in the course of a few Sundays. So in this context, you find this word course is used as a time period. Okay, a particular duration. So in the course of a few Sundays. So it is a duration or a particular time period. So maybe that you can make a sentence, okay, about a particular lesson. So you study certain lessons. You have certain courses. Okay. So maybe a 2-month course for studying something like spoken English course. Okay, you can make a meaningful sentence with a different meaning. So second one is company. What is the contextual meaning of company in line number 12? So in line number 12 you have this, he had a Bengali Babu for company. So in the textbook, company means as a companion. So company here means a companion, someone who works with him. Okay, and company, and it is very familiar to you. So something like he worked most of his life in a particular company, in a tiles company or something of that sort. Okay, company means a firm, a working place. Okay, you can make the sentence. So there are other meanings too. So more meanings you can find out and make sentences. So next one is round in line number 25. So the contextual meaning of round in 25 is, see, as the shouting crew came round a corner of the road. So came round, so that means came around. Okay, in that sense it is used. So the round, the normal meaning, usual meaning of round, you know, something that is circular. Okay, so you can write something in that sense. Okay, so John is different looking in his family. So one sentence, one example, John is different looking in his family as he has a round face. Okay, So find other sentences, write other sentences, okay, or find out more meanings, and you can write, you can make different sentences, okay. So that part is over. Now we move to question answer part, B part. So first question is, on what condition did Mrs. Vessis agree to the marriage of her daughter Michelle, to Michelle? So here we have Mrs. Vessis and Miss Vessis. Mrs. Vessis is the mother of Miss Vessis. So on what condition did Mrs. Vessis agree to the marriage of her daughter to whom? To Michelle de Cruz. So where do you find the answer for this question? What was the condition set by Mrs. Vessis for her daughter's marriage? So the answer lies in first paragraph. See, by the end of first paragraph, you have the idea. Mrs. Vessis gave her consent to marriage of her daughter to Michelle on condition that Michelle should have at least 50 rupees a month to start a married life. So what was the condition? She said this, that at least he must have 50 rupees a month to start, 50 rupees in a month as salary, okay, to marry his daughter. So this idea you get in paragraph 1, by the end of paragraph 1. So next question is, why did the sub-judge of the town consider Michelle's actions as unconstitutional? Okay, it is not according to the constitution. Okay, he was not supposed to do that. It was not his right. Okay, in that sense, it was not his right. Why did the sub-judge of the town consider his actions as wrong? Okay, so or unconstitutional. So you have the answer for this question in paragraph 5. See, so you can read the paragraph again, but mainly the answer is focused in paragraph 5. So in line 29, so you find in line 29 telling him that, okay, after that you see the sub-judge of the town had said that Michelle's actions were unconstitutional. Okay, why? Because as a telegraph signaler, so you have to form the answer there. Okay, you have to speculate the answer based on the ideas. Because as a telegraph signaler, he was telegraph signaler. So as a telegraph signaler, he had no right. Okay, he had no right to give order to the police. He had no right to give order to the police for firing. Okay, firing what? Firing the mob. So he was a telegraph signaler and he had no right, permission or right to give order to fire the mob. Okay, that is the answer of second question. So we move to the third question. What were the consequences of Michelle's firing on the mob? So what happened as the consequence of his firing on the mob? What happened? So in paragraph 4, at the end you see the whole crowd yelled and ran. So the crowd yelled and ran, and the answer is not over there, leaving one man dead. So one man from the crowd is killed or murdered. Okay, he was fired and dead. So you can say one man dead and another was dying on the road. Okay, one man died and another man was dying on the road. And what happened to the crowd? Crowd yelled and ran away. Okay, that is the answer. So you have the answer by the end of or at the end of paragraph 4. Now so we go to the summary of this. Okay, in not more than 100 words, describe how Michelle got a chance of winning Miss Vessis' hand in marriage. Okay, so here you are asked to write in 100 words. So make a rough work first, so then make the grid and write the points. It has to be exactly 100 words. So what is to be answered? What is to be summarized here? How Michelle got a chance of winning Miss Vessis' hand in marriage. So you are asked to write the ideas from paragraph 2 to 6. So you have the points in 2 and in different paragraphs below. But before starting, you can start the summary. Maybe that idea in paragraph 1 also will help you to start. So what are the ideas you get? So you can see Mishal. Mishal, he could marry Mrs. Vesis. On what condition? In paragraph 2 the condition is given. In paragraph 1 itself the condition is given. So on condition that Mishal should have at least 50 rupees a month to start a married life. So even though you are asked to give the points from paragraph 2, but this is also very important point to be discussed or mentioned. So that point you have in paragraph 5. So this is an introduction for that. He could marry Miss Vesis only because only by getting 50 rupees a month as his salary. So we don't elaborate that, give the idea in brief. So now go to the second paragraph. There you have the ideas like Mishal was transferred to Tibasu. In the first line you find that. A little sub-office down the line to send messages on from Berhampur to Chikakola. So you don't write the same exact words there, everything there. So use only the necessary words. Cut short your sentences. But I am just discussing the ideas. Then in paragraph 3 you have the points such as second line. There occurred a small riot between the two communities living at Tibasu. Then later what do you see? The mob was, in the same paragraph you can find the mob was coming to wreck the telegraph office. The mob was coming to destroy or wreck the telegraph office. The Babu quietly dropped out of the window while the police inspector, afraid but obeying all the race instinct, asked Mishal, what orders does the Sahib give? Don't write the same things there, so you make it brief. Take only the necessary words and form sentences. Then in the next paragraph you find second line. Though horribly frightened, he felt that he was the only representative of English authority in the place. In the next line you find he took the situation on himself. He is taking up the responsibility of the situation because nobody else was there. No other Englishman was there. You take this point. And summarize all these things. Then you have the idea. As the shouting crew came round a corner of the road, he fired. That point can be taken. Then you have the point, maybe in the sixth paragraph. You can add some more points if word limit permits. But I am discussing only the most important points. In sixth paragraph, Mishal was once more transferred to another town on the imperial salary of, imperial means British salary, high salary of 66 rupees a month. So he and Miss Vesis were married. So these are the main points, or these are the ideas, points that you can write in relation to the question. What is the question? How Mishal got a chance of winning Miss Vesis' hand in marriage. You can pick up these sentences, write in the rough work and count the number of words, and you can reduce the words if needed or increase the number of words if that is required. So write the summary in 100 words. So we have completed this reading comprehension. I hope that you have got the answers. Now you can check your answers with what we have discussed here now. Thank you.